so much for being here. I appreciate it. I know your time is short, but I got some great questions that I need to ask you, if you don't mind. My name is Lavetta. I don't know if they told you, but I'm Lavetta Jenkins, and I'm representing Kingsmen Media today. Beautiful smile.
Oh, thank you. So is yours.
I try, honey. I try. But I've watched you and I've seen you in other things, and it's just now clicking with me today that I've seen you in other stuff and you didn't look like Aunt Louie. So I gotta, and I'm like, who is the girl that had the stuff on her face that one time when y'all had like some kind of outbreak? And
Oh,
it
yes.
literally caught me
In the
off guard.
last ship.
Yeah, I did not connect the dots until today. But once again, Angela, I thank you. But I gotta ask you, from all of those characters that you've played to Aunt Louie now, who is literally a woman of, and we all know one. Thankfully, we're not one. But what was the biggest challenge bringing Aunt Louie to life?
The biggest challenge for me was how powerful she's always been. I tend to be more laid back, a little more timid, a little more insecure with the moves that I make sometimes, are a little more yeah, just way dialed down. And I can't be that way with Louie. She's full force, 100% all the time. And even when she's not speaking, she's listening and calculating, and she's a powerful woman. And I've had to really be able to be in that space.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. So
Yeah,
that's been a challenge.
she's definitely a serious character. How do you balance though being Louie, being like a mom, being a wife? How do you keep all of those balls in the air and still be able to bring it like this on screen?
I don't know. I just do it. I try to be in the moment.
Mhm.
And because if I start thinking about how I'm going to do all this, I would get overwhelmed real quick. So I have my trusty calendar, and I put everything in my calendar so I don't forget anything. And then I have my to-do lists, and I just check them off, and I give myself grace. If I don't get through everything, it's okay. Or if something didn't work out, it's okay. I try not to beat myself up too much. Um, and then I just try to be present. I listen to people. I listen to my daughter. I listen to my husband, and they tell me, what they need in various ways. And so I try to, be present for them. Absolutely.
That's a good thing you said, that you give yourself grace. There's a lot of people who are striving for stuff in the entertainment industry or in business, and they always feel like they have to be, top tier. They always have to be the best. Well, if we've never been there, we've never, we don't necessarily know how to get there. So we have to extend ourselves some grace along the way. And I'm glad that you said you do that for yourself and that you're listening to your daughter and your husband because they need you too. I mean,
Right.
we love
They
looking at
do.
you, but they need you too. And,
Yes.
and that's something good that I feel like you balanced that. So I know we're pushing into, I believe the season finale is tomorrow, right? 420,
Yes.
which was an interesting date for such a show to have
Right.
their finale on.
It's very
So
apropos.
right. So here's the thing. Now that we know everything that I, Louie, and them have gotten into, and I know we are already done, you've already taped everything. What I need to know is, do you think that she's going to be able to come back from this and get in Franklin's good graces after all of this that's happened? Or do you think he's done?
I mean, I would say the question is, does she want to get in Franklin's good graces?
Yeah.
I think Louis is perfectly happy with being her own boss, even if she
Mhm.
has to see losses, even if she, makes some wrong moves. Because thus far, Louis' track record has been pretty spotless,
It's been
so,
top tier.
It's been top tier. So I don't know that she's really looking to be in his good graces right now.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, so I had a question, and I know our time is short, but I have to ask this one. This one was a question from a fan because I asked some fans if they had questions too. And I know you may not be able to say this, but the fans wanted to know who had sex at the wedding.
I think they were just guests of the
Okay.
wedding. Yeah, no particular characters.
And everybody was like, that was one of the questions that I got asked most to ask you. And I was like, do I even remember that? But everybody was like,
Yeah.
yo, we got to know who had sex at the wedding.
Yeah, that was during Louis and Jerome's vows not the vows in front of everybody, but that moment where they were, speaking their hearts. And yeah, in the background, there was a couple having sex.
So do you think that Louis and Jerome's union is as solid as it is because they're both kind of strong and wild cards? Or do you think that they really, really at the bottom of it all have a genuine and profound love for each other? Like, what do you think is going on with
Oh,
that?
I definitely think they have a genuine and profound love. I think they need each other
Mhm.
for their own reasons, and that's what that whole scene was about when they were saying professing their love to each other. It was their complete and honest truth, and I think when people come in certain packages,
Mhm.
they are limited or people try to limit them. And I think just because their packages may be a little more colorfully done and a little more, maybe some leopard prints and stuff going on, does not
Right.
mean that they don't have the ability and the capacity to
Mhm.
deeply love and to deeply love each other. Um, even in their intimate moments, it's always love. If you notice, Louis and Jerome never have love scenes that are wild and crazy. It's
Right.
always love.
Right.
Um, uh, and I think that's what keeps them coming back to each other. I think they always fight to find each other, even in the beginnings. When they were fighting all the time and leaving and you
Yeah.
know I think Louie in particular, she fights for her autonomy
Mhm.
and she fights for love because I think part of her backstory for me is that she didn't have a lot of love growing up, like very little. And she knows Jerome loves her. She knows Jerome protects her, and not just in the physical, I can beat somebody up kind of way,
Right.
but he protects her heart. He protects her best interest. And that for her is everything.
Right. That's that hood love that I think everybody's talking about. It's not the Hollywood stuff, but that's the hood love that people are looking for that's loyal and he's got your back above all else. So I know
That's
you got to
right.
go, but I got to ask you, what else can we expect from you, because I know you're probably going to go on hiatus from that. What else are you getting into?
Yeah, so I have a production company now. It's called Blue Remedy. So we've got a whole slate of projects, scripted, unscripted, film, TV, animation. We got a lot of things that we're shopping around and trying to make happen. So you can expect to see some things from me in that capacity. I also have a nonprofit that I've started. Birth Village is our first project, and it's in the Black maternal health space.
Ooh.
And so, yeah, there's a lot of things happening and cooking up. So, and we're still branding in both of those areas. So if you stay following me on Instagram at Love Angela Lewis, LUV Angela Lewis, you'll be up to date on all the things as they progress.
Awesome. Well, I thank you once again, Angela, for being here with me today. I appreciate your smile and your kindness and for letting me know who was getting it on at the vow renewal. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I gotta come up with names for that couple. That who was that?
Listen,
That was
I always call
I'm gonna come up
everybody,
with some names.
I always call every woman Brenda, and I always call every man Earl. So
I like that. It was
to me,
Brenda
it
and
was just
Earl.
Brenda and
I love
Earl.
that.
Thank you again so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Kingsmen Media Group.